This is Jeremy Kemp with San Jose State's School of Library and Information Science, teaching 203 in information retrieval. The concept now is findability. Okay, let's take a look at three parts of findability. First, is it actually locatable? Can you locate the item? Is it something that can physically be separated from other things? Two, is it easy to discover and locate? So discovery and location of the item. And three, the systems aspect. Is there a system in place to make it easy to navigate and retrieve? So let's go through a simple example of this. Okay, here's an example of findability everybody's familiar with. You've got a bunch of books, and are they locatable and navigable? Yes, I can locate an individual book. I can navigate through these books with my fingers. Is a particular object easy to discover and locate? Not really, because I kind of have to dig through them to see that cover that we took a look at. So do we have a system? Well, right now I'm just using my fingers, so the system is to use my eyes and look at a cover, and there you go. Look me in the eye. So these are definitely findable pieces. I don't have a very good system right now. Let's take a look at a contrasting example. The green food coloring in water. Is it locatable? Well, no. Can I discover and easily decide the location? I can see it. That's about it. Do I have a system for navigating and retrieving this? Well, I could evaporate the water out and then have a solid version of the food coloring. Let's try one more example, a word this time, on the web at cancer.gov. I'm looking for a concept called brachytherapy, which is inserting radiation materials next to a cancer tumor. So let's pretend that I've heard about this, a relative is getting this treatment, something like that. So I go to cancer.gov. What are my options here? So let's take a look. Is this term locatable? Obviously it is. It's just a word. It's a concept. Very easy to call that locatable, unlike the food coloring. Number two, can I discover it? How easy is it to discover and locate that information? We're going to find that out now. And then third, the system that I'm going to be using. So I've got several different options here. I'm here at the website. I could very easily type in brachytherapy, and then I get some great stuff. Simple search, it's populating, pre-populating, and then I go right to a definition of brachytherapy. That's one way. So let's go back to the homepage. And what's another way to find, how can I locate this information? How findable is it on this website? Well, I scroll down and I look for cancer topics and treatment. So this is definitely a treatment item. And I can go here and look at questions. Let's see, I'm scrolling down, curious, drug information, treatment methods, types of treatment. Here we go. So I'm looking at radiation therapy for cancer. That's a fact sheet. Let's see if it's in here. What is radiation therapy? And, oh, there it is. Okay, so what is radiation therapy? And it gives an example of brachytherapy. People searching for information on brachytherapy may not even know about cancer.gov, may not want to go to the home page, would never start there. They don't have a link to that site. So they just come to Google and they type in brachytherapy. Okay, I get some Wikipedia, I get brachytherapy.com. So, but if I did type brachytherapy cancer, then cancer.gov. There we are. So the third item, brachytherapy and what to know. All right, so that's called deep linking. The majority of people who come to websites are going to get information using that method. So brachytherapy on the web, a good example of, one, is it locatable? Yes, it's a word. Two, how easy is it to discover and locate that information? We just went through an exercise. And three, what are the different systems that make words findable? What are some findability aids on the web? This is the most typical example of the concept of findability. Okay, those are three examples to help define this term findability. You can see, is it locatable? And in the case of these little books, yeah, sure, you can locate them. Color? No. The word brachytherapy? Yes. How easy is it to find these things? The books, so-so. The color, not easy. And the word, relatively easy, but easier because of the website cancer.gov that we found was quite, made the words quite findable. Finally, the system. Did the books have a system? In this case, no, they didn't. The color, I could do something esoteric with chemistry, sure. And the word itself, did it have a system? Yes, very much so. There were several systems in place there. So you can see by looking at these three examples of book, icons, colors in water, and words on the web, you can begin to understand the meaning of the word findability in terms of location, ease of location and navigability, and the usefulness of the systems at play.